So the course is an intensive couple of weeks, sort of alternating in days between verbal and maths type stuff or quantitative stuff. And you've got a few hours each day, and then you have homework in the evenings. So I say quite a rapid burst of information, but it seems like you make quite a substantial amount of progress each day. And when we do the diagnostic tests at the weekends, my score increased by a decent number, so clearly it worked. So the way it was taught was generally by introducing concepts one at a time. So the structure is laid out at the beginning of each lesson and what's going to be covered. And then you go from there, and you work from the textbook and you go to the key concepts in each individual area. So for example, today we're doing geometry, so we're going through lines and angles, we're going through circles, we're going through polygons, and then for each one there are some examples that you go through. So there are a couple that you work out in the class, and you go through common pitfalls and things where the GMAT will try and trip you up. And then from there, you get the rest that is given to you for homework, so you can test yourself on your own. Because the classroom format works, you find yourself coming upon things which, as a group, you wouldn't necessarily notice individually, and then you can test it out with the answers and explanations later on your own. I think for me it's the fact that it's really intensive, so I can get through it in quite a short amount of time. I feel like by doing it over a longer period you might lose some momentum, whereas with the intensive course you pick up quite a bit of momentum. So if you're planning to do the test a few weeks after, or maybe a month or so after doing the course, you'd have quite a significant amount of momentum beforehand. I was already aware of Kaplan because my brothers had done accountancy courses with them, and myself, I'd already signed up. They're just a very well-known provider of such things, and I actually was already working from the textbook, so I was aware of the textbook, I was using the textbook, but I just felt that some in-person teaching would be a really good augmentation to that. Well, I've actually, as a result of the course, brought my test forwards by about a month, just because I feel like I'm carrying enough momentum that I might be able to get a better result sooner than I was originally planning to. So I suppose that's a recommendation.